Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together, we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, y'all. Time to 10X.
Hey everyone, welcome to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad, Robert.
Together, we're talking about what really matters to teens today. From school and skills to pressure, purpose, and possibilities, we'll share honest conversations, practical strategies teens can actually use, and a little dad-daughter debate.
This is about listening, learning, and growing. Together, let's elevate the next generation.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad.
How we doing today, Ellie?
I'm kind of tired, honestly.
A little tired. You're not burnt out or anything, are you?
Maybe. I'm kind of getting there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, fun Super Bowl over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Got to watch that together. That was fun.
I glitched for a second.
No, that's all right. We got to watch that. That's one of our things, even though you're not a huge football fan during the regular season. Well,
yeah.
Not really.
I don't watch during the regular season, so call me fake fan. I don't care.
No, but you do like watching the Super Bowl with me at least.
Oh, yeah. I love the Super Bowl, and I like football in general. I do like football.
Very defensive-minded game early on, so.
Yeah.
But.
We won. What can I say?
Well, there you go. If your we is Seahawks, then yes, we won.
Yes, we did. We won. See, the thing is that my allegiance, you could say, is to the Chiefs and the Bears. The Bears because of my grandpa, the Chiefs because of you and me, because of our own thing. So I was like, I don't even know who these teams are. I don't really care who wins. But at my church, our pastor loves to do this whole thing for Super Bowl Sunday, and he always predicts based off of Bible verses and stuff like that. And he said Seahawks were going to win. So I was like, you know what? I trust you. I'm going with that too. And you know what? He hasn't been wrong. So
there you go. Shout out to Eddie Lowen over at West Side. There you go.
For real.
He always does a great, I can't remember what he says, that initial phrase that he says, but.
What initial phrase?
About how he making predictions based on Bible verses.
Yeah, biblical verses.
Biblical interpretation. Something.
Yeah.
It's funny how he does it, but he was correct with the pick with the Seahawks. They pretty much dominated most of the games.
Absolutely destroyed Drake May.
Yeah, they did. But I would have a feeling that Patriots team will come back. That Drake May's young. I think he'll get back there again. We will see. But
I don't know. That one pass was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad. But like I said, he's young. He's got some room to grow. He still was one of the youngest quarterbacks to ever be in the Super Bowl. I think maybe the youngest. Because I think he would have broke the record for youngest winning quarterback if he would have won. So
yeah, they didn't get any points on the board till after halftime.
Yeah. So. I'm not sure if Dan Marino was younger than him when he went in, but he lost as well. So, but we'll see.
I'm getting kind of burnt out from this conversation.
Yeah, me too. I'm a little burnt out on this conversation too. It's getting a little old, right?
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about today?
If you couldn't tell by our not so
subtle hints.
We're going to be talking about burnout today.
Hey, there we go. We said burnout like 3 times before we announced the
Did you catch
burnout as the
oink,
segment,
oink.
right?
Did you catch it? Oink, oink.
We're getting really good at that foreshadowing, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. We're going to have to do that more.
I like that. All right. Well, what about burnout? What are we talking about?
Well, I guess my first question is for you: do you get burnt out a lot?
Do I get burnt out? Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by burnout. Let's first define what we think
Okay.
burnout is. What do you think burnout is?
I see burnout as like being very like overwhelmed and just being like, I need to just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is just too much right now. There's just a lot. It's just like just need to like, chill out and calm down. Like have a day where it's just like nothing. I also think burnout can also be you're just kind of like deflated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's what my brain goes to when I think of burnout. I think of just you've been going, and now you're just kind of like lying on the floor. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't do any more of this. Like
Just
this is
overwhelmed.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I similarly, when I think of burnout, I guess I think of that just a complete feeling of overwhelmed, feel like you're not able to catch up ever, feel like maybe a little annoyed at things.
Yeah.
I could see that when you're getting burnt out to where just little things, even like emails or calls or something like that, you might feel like it's, oh, I just can't. This is just too much, right? So maybe that's kind of the definition of burnout, just that overwhelming feeling of can't get caught up and I don't see a way to get caught up. So I guess in that sense, I don't know that I ever really feel burnt out. I feel extremely busy at times, but we talk a lot about in 10X how you can't really get burnt out if you have a true purpose and passion for what you're doing. We talk about that a lot. So I feel like even in the times where I'm super, super busy, my purpose is driving me to continue. Now, there are times that just tasks. There's tasks that I feel to myself, man, I'm so busy, I really need to hand this task off to somebody else. I need to either hire somebody to do it or find another way to get it done quicker, because there is that part of it to where it feel like it might get toward the burnout phase, but it's almost like, no, I need to get somebody to do this. I need to take this off my plate so I can focus on the true purpose, right? So I don't really feel burnt out, but it's because I know where my line is of purpose and where I need to start delegating stuff out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's what we do. We talk about that a lot in 10X. We're purpose-driven beings. If you really care about what you're doing, if you really care about the impact that you're making, then you're never going to really feel burnt out. I feel like you can feel burnt out if you've lost some of that purpose, where you're like, what the heck am I doing this for? Why am I sitting here responding to 100 emails for this? Why am I making all these phone calls? Why am I having all these different events? Why am I doing all this? I think that burnout happens when you're starting to feel like purpose just isn't there, because if your purpose is strong enough, all those things fall into place, because it's not like you're overwhelmed. It's just like, man, I'm pushing hard. I'm doing it. I'm getting it. I'm going after it, and I'm making a huge impact.
Yeah, I see that, because like when you said that, my brain kind of went to like thinking of how to word this, but like losing your purpose in doing something, I feel like for me that starts when I'm like, not when it gets hard, but when it starts to get just like unbearable. I guess like if somebody's like mistreating you somewhere, like if you're consistently going somewhere and it's good, it's great, but then someone starts mistreating you and then it's like, okay, is it even worth it anymore? I think that's where my purpose starts to like deteriorate, because I'm like, okay, well, me being here, is it really worth this? Like I can just go and do this somewhere else. Like I don't need to be here, that sort of thing. I think that's when my determination and purpose kind of flies out the window, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't think this is important enough for me to be treated like this. So then I'm kind of like, so I do agree with that. I do understand that. Yeah.
And that's definitely like in a workplace setting. That's why culture building is so important in a company, or team building in a company, or keeping that purpose front of mind, because that happens a lot. Employees start forgetting what the company's purpose. Maybe it's somebody that's, it's not the owner of the company. It's just somebody that comes in and does a job every single day. If they forget the purpose of the company and how their particular job fits into that purpose, it can be really easy to start feeling overwhelmed with all the little things, because they don't really feel the why anymore.
Yeah.
Like, why am I?
Like the end goal.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I want to be doing this.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you don't really think that I want to be doing this, and everything's like going right on that path.
Mm-hmm.
And then things start going wrong like over and over and over again. And then you kind of just like forget like what am I doing this for again? Because
Right.
it's like then you just start getting like overwhelmed because what my shoes also match this chair, by the way.
They do. Did you do that on purpose today?
No, just I've been working and my shoes have been getting really dirty. They're gross. I look you want to buy some new ones. Were $15, so I should just replace them.
They
But
do match
the
this chair beautifully.
discoloration matches the chair.
Yeah, because the chair almost has a distressed feel.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
got discoloration on it
Yeah,
too.
it's kind of cool. Huh. All right. Well, I mean, we were just talking about the Super Bowl. Those athletes have been absolutely busting their tails for months now to get to this point of the Super Bowl, right? And the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. I'm sure there were times over the last few months where they were just completely bogged down with stuff that they had to do. But their purpose was so strong that, hey, we want to win the Super Bowl. We want to be the best team in the country here. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. And we're going to get through all that difficult stuff. But I'm sure there was times where they felt like it was just a huge weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now I gotta talk to all the people I was talking to the Super Bowl about, because the amount of people say like, yeah, we're going for Patriots. Yeah, Patriots will get it. The amount I can bring up that one pass like over and over and like, yeah, guys, that was not. Yeah.
That's funny that a lot of the people around you were talking that the Patriots would win, because most of the people I was around, and I think a lot of the experts were saying that the Seahawks had it. But it's interesting that a lot of people around you thought the Patriots might win. But they were just hearkening back to the old Brady days. And
Yes.
would like to see that
Yes.
come back.
Definitely.
So as a teenager, you're going to school, you're working, you've got church stuff, you got a lot of stuff going on, right? So are there times where you feel a little more overwhelmed with all that, where you're burnt out with all that?
Yes, definitely. But my brain, I've been struggling with this lately, is that I've been pretty busy lately, but like today was my day where I had to do nothing, like except for this. I still kind of count this as something. So I guess
This is definitely
nothing.
something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like today I didn't want to get fully ready. Like I literally just laid my eyebrows and that's it. I didn't want to like actually get ready. I mean, I'm in actual clothes, so I count this as like getting out and getting ready. Because if I didn't have to like get in anything for this, and it's just like, okay, like that's, I don't have to like work for it, if that makes sense. But it's like I've been
PJs one day where both of us roll
yeah.
in our
You'll have
PJs.
to do no clips for that though.
No clips for that?
Yeah.
Nobody would want to see me in PJs anyway, I guess.
Yeah, probably not.
So.
In my brain, something I've been struggling with lately is that like, I've been busy, like I've been pretty busy, but I've also had days where I've been doing nothing, but it's like I don't feel deserving of those days that I've been doing nothing, because I feel like, okay, I have 4 to 5 days I did something every single day. Like I work, like 5 days in a row, and then finally have a day to chill. And then it's just like, okay, well, that was only like 5 days. Today I could be doing something. Like I don't feel deserving of the day where I'm doing nothing. And it's like I just feel like there's gonna come a time where I'm like doing so many things, so many days in a row, and it's like I have no breaks. So it's like I feel like I'm wasting my break days. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. Is it more that you don't feel like you deserve that time, or is it more now that you're busier, now that you're packing more in, like those work days, on the days where you don't have anything? Or are you more like, man, maybe I should be doing something? Is it that, or is it I don't feel like?
Not really like the, I should be doing something type thing. It's just more like I don't feel deserving of that day because I feel like I didn't work hard enough to have a fully chill day. And even with like the full chill day where I do like nothing except for like, schoolwork and getting myself back together, I still feel very unproductive. Even though I try and be productive at home by doing my schoolwork, doing laundry, all that kind of stuff, I feel very unproductive. And then I'm still not completely fulfilled like the next day when I have to go do something, because it was only a day. And like days go by very quickly. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just annoying. I also want to feel like deserving of my chill days, but I also don't want to like do something every single day of the week. It's like, I don't know. It's just like annoying. And like, that's where I feel like my burnout comes from. Because even with the chill days, I feel like I don't deserve it ever.
Well, I mean, you do. I can shut it down when I need to, I think, but it's hard for me too as well. Even on days where I'm at home on the weekend where I don't have to be out of the house or something for a lot of different things, but I still have quite a few things I want to do at home, whether I'm editing or I'm working, doing whatever, having coaching calls, whatever.
Like that time is just like never enough. It's just like one day and then it's like, okay,
Right.
back to all this stuff. But then even when that day comes again, the next week, again, I'm like, well, I don't feel like I did enough for this. And then it's just that cycle over and over and over again.
Right. Yeah. I mean, for me too, when we go on vacation, it takes probably 3 days for me to really flip the switch into relax mode.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm like,
Like detach yourself
yeah,
from
to detach a little bit from everything else I've got going on. So, and I think that's just because I've become accustomed to having a very, very big, busy schedule. And that's what I've had for a long time. And again, I don't feel burnt out or overwhelmed. It's just a matter of purpose and delegation. And I think that's sometimes where people can make the mistake is with those two things, because I think if you have those two things right, you can stay away from burnout. If your purpose is strong enough and you delegate well enough, you can stay away from the burnout phase,
Yeah.
where you feel like, man, I can't do this anymore. I'm completely wiped. I can't even send another email,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that's good. I think another thing I wanted to address about burnout is that if you're also a people pleaser, kind of like how I am, you get burnt out very easily because you're just constantly doing things for the comfort of other people or putting everybody else above yourself, which is obviously what we want to do. But if you're, like being disrespected or you're not getting the same thing back, which obviously you don't do things to get something in return, but if you're just constantly pouring yourself into other people, you're going to get burnt out eventually and you're going to just be like, oh, like that's also where I'm like trying to like prove on, because I'm trying not to just like be tired, because I'm constantly treating people with the highest respect like ever, even if they're just flying off handle. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Yep. I still don't like, come back at them or whatever. But I think when you're constantly doing that, you get very burnt out when you're just treating people the best you possibly can. And then people are just like coming back with just punches like over and over again. That's one thing that I'm personally working on, is like just obviously me being me, doing what I need to do. And then also politely speaking up, because I feel like my thing is that I also just like don't speak up about anything. And then when I do, I feel like everybody's like, you, that one, let's like, like get on me for things whenever I do say something. But it's like that's what I'm trying to do, is to speak up politely so like they don't get away with what they say, because that's another part of the burnout for people pleasers, I think, is that you let it slide and then you just beat yourself up over it over and over again, because it's just like, oh, they said that, and it's like
So
I didn't say anything.
You're
and now I'm
talking
just like,
more.
ugh.
You're talking more about emotional burnout than physical burnout.
I mean, I think what we just talked about, like it goes hand in hand with emotional burnout, because it's like if you're overwhelmed with your job and work, like that's also mental and emotional. But yeah, like more on like the people and feeling side of it.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser?
No.
No. That was awful quick.
No.
Yeah, you're probably right. I say yes.
Do you think I am?
You are to a degree, yeah.
I am.
Because your mom is too.
Yeah.
You get that.
I mean,
from her.
thing is, I'm very in tune with my emotions, so I know when I'm gonna say no about something. I just feel bad about it. I feel like that's when my people pleasing comes in, because it's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that, but I feel really bad, so I'm gonna beat myself up over it now. It's just me. Oh well.
I mean, I say yes to a lot of stuff, but I don't think it's in a people pleasing event. I don't think that's the reason, because I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I just say yes to a lot of things.
I think with people pleasing and emotional burnout, I feel like some of the tricks for that is just to like, you keep being you, and to, yes, you should speak up when people are saying diabolical things, because that will make you feel better if you finally say something. Because sometimes when people say things and I speak up like very politely, I'll be like, oh, what do you mean by that? And then I'm just like, oh yes, I like said something a little bit that like wasn't agreeing with them. That was crazy. Like I'm just like proud of myself. And it's like I'm not going over that conversation in my head over and over, because I'm like, oh, they said that and I didn't say anything. And now that's like, oh. And also just like I feel like people pleasing burnout comes from just like saying yes to everything or agreeing with everything. So I feel like just being able to like speak up politely will help, and also just like being okay with telling people no.
Yeah, exactly. How does burnout affect like schoolwork and stuff? Or does it? So I'll tell you, when I was your age, you talk about burnout. Maybe that might be the only time I've ever really felt burnout was toward the end of my high school career. I graduated a year early because I was so burnt out by doing all that stuff.
Oh, that's the real reason you graduated early?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I was like, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be done with this part of life and move on to the next thing. I know I felt like that when I was just a little bit older than you. I was like, oh, I'm so burnt out with just this school thing. I'm ready to move on to the next stage. So
yeah, I think school is just other work that's there, and I'm just like, oh. Like today, I did not get a good score on my exam, and then my GPA dropped. Comment down below if you want to know my new GPA. But that sucked because it's like I do want to have a good grade, and it sucks when I don't. But it's like I'm not gonna beat myself up over it too much. I'm just like, dang, that sucks. I'm dumb. Anyways, that's fine. But it was
positive self-talk, Ellie.
It was science, so I digress.
Positive self-talk.
I'm joking. Nobody take me like too seriously, please. People tend to take me way too seriously. I'm a very serious person. It's like when I'm joking, like please take my word for it. Please, I swear.
Well, and you tend to have some of the same humor as me in terms of the way you say things, because you can say things very, and I do it too, some deadpan and very sometimes, or very just matter of fact when it's a joke, but it sounds like it's real.
I will go so deep into a joke.
I do that too some, and so you get that from me, definitely.
I will go so far into a joke. Like my friends will be like, oh my gosh, I thought you were being serious. Like when you first started that, because they'll say something funny and then I will just completely go my serious face and just deadpan, and I'll say something like absolutely crazy. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I thought you were being serious or whatever. And like I laughing. Don't take me too seriously. I don't even know what I was talking about.
No, we were talking about grades in school.
Yeah.
How you just bombed a test.
It was science. So like, who cares about science? Gravity is there.
Well, it's there.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Was the test on gravity?
No.
Okay.
No, it was not. I don't remember what the test was on. I was talking to Mom earlier.
No wonder you failed it.
She's like, how do you not remember what your test was on? And I was like, Mom, the second I finish a book, I don't remember much from the book. Like, I just don't have good memory. That does not have anything to do with my smarts. I just don't have good memory. That's all. That's it.
Well, though, whenever you read your fiction books,
no, with my fiction books, I do not remember.
You sure seem like it, because you can go in extreme detail to me sometimes on some of your.
Well, that's as I'm reading it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So like when you're done.
Yes, like if you were to pick a book up from my shelf and ask me like, hey, what was this about? Like, tell me about a scene from this. I'll be like, I don't know any more than you, dude. Like, I will remember specific things. Like, if I really love the book and if I'm like obsessing over a certain scene, I will remember. But it's like, other than that, it's just like, okay, the general idea of this was this, but like, other than that, I don't.
No, I get that.
That's why I try and write like really detailed reviews, because it's like as I'm reading the book and I think of a thought, I go and write it down in my notes app, and then I curate a review from all my comments in my notes app, like on Goodreads, and then that's what jogs my memory about the book, because I go back and read my reviews and I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. That was crazy.
Is burnout a discussion ever among friends or people your age that you hear? I mean, is it something that's talked about by people your age, or no? Or is it just more of a, man, I'm tired?
Yeah, I think it's more that. I don't think it's like a conversation, but I don't think it's like a overlooked thing either. I feel like everybody feels it and they're just like, dude, I'm so burnt out. Like,
so let's give the audience a couple takeaways for burnout. Give them a couple things you do to combat burnout.
Okay, well, if you're a people pleaser like me, then I'd say be okay with saying no politely. Be okay with speaking up about what you want politely, because that's one thing that I struggle with, is disagreeing with people. Even though people disagree with me all the time, it's so funny. I just don't feel, I don't know.
Because that can, if you say yes when you shouldn't, that can lead to too many things on your plate and can lead to burnout, because there's too much for you. And on the flip side, you regret saying yes. And then also they're like, why did I say yes? I don't want to do this.
While we're on that too, about like, that's kind of how I prevent burnout, is that even if I could theoretically handle this, that they're inviting me or going to, I'm still kind of like, okay, like that week is really busy. And theoretically, even though I could go, I just know that I wouldn't be, like, I'd be exhausted, like I'd be tired. So it's like I prevent burnout just by being like, okay, do less things than what I'm physically capable of, just so I don't overextend myself. Because you don't really know how much you overextend yourself until you do it.
Right.
Like you don't really know
till you hit that wall.
Yeah, how hard you're going to push yourself until you just like fall asleep. Like that's it. Like you don't really know how much you can take until you do it. So it's like, obviously I want to go to all these things, but it's like, I don't want to get burnt out.
I think for me, some takeaways, I've already said a couple of them. Again, remember your purpose, remember your why. And if your why is not strong enough, you're always going to feel overwhelmed. So make sure your why is strong enough. Make sure your purpose is strong enough. Delegate some things that you can delegate. Get off your plate. Definitely. That's big, especially for business owners out there. And the third one that I haven't really talked about, that I talk a lot about on my Sunday segment, is controlling time, prioritizing time. When we're in 10X, we don't manage time, we control or create time. So you can create time by hiring people. You can create time by saying yes to the right things and no to the right things. You can control time by making sure you have a daily battle plan that you're adhering to every day, making sure that you're prioritizing your time, because if you don't prioritize and control your time, you end up getting controlled by somebody else. So that's just the way it typically happens. If you don't have a set thing that you're going to do, somebody else's priorities are going to get in the way, and then you're going to start feeling overwhelmed. Check out Sunday's show for more info on that if you want any more.
Well, thank you for joining us on NextGen. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Let's go.
Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell, at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!